Okie dokie. I don't usually do hotel review videos on my trips, but here I am doing them because this is a vacation of relaxation in Sri Lanka after 4 and something months of skiing up the ski slopes up the mountain every day. My first time in Sri Lanka, and they sure made an everlasting impression on me. Therefore, I am happy to do these review videos to show travelers around the world the amazing hospitality Sri Lanka has shown me, starting with Diva Residency. Alrighty then, it's showtime for Theva Residency, an absolute hidden gem in Kandy. Hidden, but its beauty shines through, and I was glad to have found it. Overall, the Diva Residency is one of the best boutique hotels I've stayed in Asia. What y'all are looking at right now is their deluxe room, very spacious. Their rooms are beautiful with awesome views over Kandy. Both rooms I stayed in are full of natural sunlight. Particularly the junior suites with the jacuzzi are probably the best after I got upgraded to when my initial room had a minor leak in the wall, so it was either balcony or jacuzzi. The junior suite has a bigger shower but is less roomy than the deluxe room in my opinion, though I thank the management for swift solution. Obviously, customer care and satisfaction are definitely high on the list of priorities. I can fall asleep right now. I'm so tired from the journey here. See ya later. Bye. And the glass pretty clean. Well, I still rinse it over a little bit before I use it though. We have a little leak. It was definitely a step up from a deluxe to a junior suite. Of course, there's a difference in prices, but they operate on dynamic rates, so it depends on the time of the booking is carrying out or the season. They also have a penthouse, which y'all will see towards the end of the video. They were kind to my request to let me have a visit to the penthouse. This is what I call a shower, 10 out of 10. Good pressure, good amount of water coming down. It's like a rainforest. Good hot water, amazing. Shower was a success. Bye for now. Alright, look at the view below. This room has better view than the other one. But first, I'm going to the sauna. Maybe I will heat myself up before I go into the pool because the water is pretty cold. Okay, time for a sauna. As usual, every day I go in the sauna. Bye for now. Isn't it beautiful? But it's very tiny one. Let's go over to the other side. Alright, putting my camera away because it's not waterproof. Ready for dinner. How do I look? In style. The two things, though, which I did make this place, and for me to return if I visit Sri Lanka again next year for a longer stay, yay! One is the food, y'all know I love to eat, which is a spectacular blend of different Asian and Western food styles, something a lot of establishments often tried and generally failed miserably. Their menu would please guests from all continents. I dare say something for everyone. There's a lot going on in one small morsel. My favorites were the orange glazed chicken with chorizo meatballs, chicken quesadillas, Sri Lankan black pork curry, and lemongrass infused fish satay. Delicious. There were so many flavors in one tiny meatball, an explosion of flavors. Wow. Their fresh baked bread and pastries served hot every morning and at dinner time were delicious and will be missed. Breakfast at Diva cuisine is an excellent way to start my day. Their fresh fruit drinks were out of this world, especially the amarella fruit drink. I asked other hotels to replicate this, but they failed. I guess each hotel has its own specialty. First breakfast at Diva. Breakfast with a view. These are homemade. Wow. Right. For a starter, I have fruit. This is second breakfast at Theva. Look at this. I would eat the whole papaya, but I'm in a hotel, so not much to do, but to eat whatever I'm given. Chicken quesadilla, Sri Lankan style. Absolutely delicious. This sauce is very spicy. This soup is made especially for me. I saw the vegetable in the garden where they have all the herbs, so I suggested they made it into a soup for me. Thank you to the chef. Amazing breakfast, amazing presentation. This is my last breakfast at Diva Hotel and I'm gonna miss it. Today I have my pineapple and ginger juice. Yay! Here we have the spinach. Look how green it is.
Yes.
So beautiful color. This is my favorite vegetable.
Yes.
Look how green. I had this soup last night. It was amazing. Amazing. Because like I said, Sri Lanka is very fertile.
Yes.
If I stand on the ground long enough, I will grow roots. Here we are, a few clips of the penthouse. Enjoy. And we're moving along to number 2 that make this place. The level of staff training is incredible, which means once you have asked for something on day 1, you would never need to ask again. It will be done and remembered during your stay. A good example is I like lots of complicated fruit juices and they were able to replicate these flawlessly each day. The attention to details and particularly my preferences are amazing. No minute detail went unchecked at Diva Residency. The management and the staff are well communicated, well organized, well informed at all time. The service standards and the food certainly would not be out of place in London or Hong Kong. I felt as if I was in a grand hotel in one of those old black and white movies, if y'all know what I mean. Similar to Le Negresco Grand Hotel in the French Riviera, which has been there since 1913 and still open its doors to this present day. Hats off to Miss Dishana Amareska, who is the managing director, probably the owner as well. She runs her hotel business like a grill sergeant. She should be training all hotel staff worldwide. I think I've just butchered her name with my pronunciation. Two things to be aware of. One is the food. They dump down the level of spiciness on the dishes until I indicated that I wanted normal, authentic, local spiciness. True, the hotel is high up on the hillside, which makes it much cooler and the air is much cleaner. It's easy to walk down if you are careful, but I would definitely get a tuk-tuk about 700 rupees back as it's steep. This is a small boutique type of hotel, but it has got a dry sauna and a wet sauna. Very complete, so it could have fallen into the boutique and spa resort category. Just ask the staff to turn on the sauna about an hour before using it. Okie dokie. Hope this review video helps those who are deciding where to stay in Kandy. I am not sponsored by Diva Residency. This is my own experience and my honest review. If y'all experience differently, then do let me and other fellow travelers know by dropping a few lines in the comment section. At the end of my Sri Lankan trip, I would have stayed at 5 hotels with one twice. I stayed at each hotel long enough to observe how each hotel ran their daily operations, how the management and the staff responded to daily issues and requests. Diva Residency was the second hotel. The first one was Gingoya Lodge in Negombo, but Gingoya will have to wait until I'm back home because there's a lot to talk about this special lodge in a very swampy land. Also, I did some cooking there with Vilani, the owner. She's a home cook with amazing, delicious meals every day, and she was kind enough to teach me some authentic Sri Lankan dishes from scratch. Alrighty then, that's all folks. See y'all on the next Sri Lankan hotel review. Bon voyage! By the way, don't walk up and down this area at night. There are lepers in this area. Just get a tuk-tuk and y'all will be fine.